I grew up in northern Wisconsin, up in Rhinelander, and my dad used to pick berries every fall religiously, summer and fall. We were out there picking everything from wild strawberries to pin cherries, blackberries, elderberries, and he made jams, jellies, and wine. My husband's family has been in the orchard business here since 1924. His grandfather and his father before him each owned and operated the orchard that we have the winery at right now. It was just a natural fit. In 2000, his father retired, and we were looking at a way to kind of rejuvenate and bring new interest to the orchard. The very first wine that I made was a pin cherry wine, and I was 12 years old, and we made it in our fort in the backyard. And we just thought, heck, we'll put these pin cherries, some water, and some bread yeast in this jar and see what happens. And boy, did we have a mess. My first true wines were made with apples because my husband's family, of course, had apple cider, and I had been making that for a while. And so we had the cider from the orchard that we used, and then blackberries, raspberries grow wild in this area, so then we started experimenting with those as well. We make 4 different apple wines, plus a hard apple cider, which is a fermented cider. It's lightly carbonated and only about 6% alcohol. So we do really focus on apples, but we do make other wines. The raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, things like that are regional fruits, and it kind of depends a little bit on what our customers are telling us they would like to see. When we first started, we had 6 wines, and now we're up to 12. Most of our wines are semi-sweet, so we try to focus on making that a well-balanced semi-sweet wine. Some wines you get can be overly sweet, and so we try to focus on making the fruit come forward, making the crispness of the fruit come forward, and the flavor of the fruit before you're overpowered by a sweetness of the fruit. When visitors come to our tasting room in the spring and summer, so May and June, it's very spring-like weather. The corn maze is just an inch or so high, so most of our traffic is focused on the wine and the gift shop, and we do have a lot of gourmet foods and things like that. So a lot of people are on the patio having picnics, enjoying the fresh spring air and the beautiful apple blossoms, things like that in the orchard here. Late summer and fall, our business really tends to change over to more of a family atmosphere because we have, of course, the apple season is in full swing by then, and families can come out and pick their own apples, or the kids can do the corn maze while mom and dad are sampling wines.